Whoa, welcome back, folks. Another Morphin Metacast with me, CJ, and Prime Gundam. What's going on, man?
Guten Tag, man, guys.
Cool. So today we're going to be talking about some Kamen Rider, some Bugman kicking people in the face and they blow up. But before we get to that...
sophisticated media.
Yeah, sophisticated. Very sophisticated. Because Kamen Rider is a very sophisticated show and series franchise.
Mature for mature adults such as ourselves.
Yeah, very, very mature, very mature. So diving head first in the news. We're going balls deep on the news here today. So at the licensing expo today, because Hasbro and Saban Brands are. It's more or less Saban Brands kind of going in on the last hurrah, so to speak, and stuff. They've been pushing the Power Rangers Beast Morphers stuff. They got the suits and all that stuff. And, for us cool kids, Prime, we know this is Go Busters, clearly. But, for the folks that don't know about Go Busters, this is their first time seeing these suits. And, I did like how a lot of people were really digging the suits and stuff. And they put out a trailer, no sound.
Yeah, the reaction is hilarious.
Yeah. It's been funny. I expected it and stuff, but the fun one is and I know you. I think me and you did talk about this a little bit and stuff. So there is a current theory that is being rumored out here, which I'm pretty sure may or may not happen. We'll see. Where Beast Morphers might be a sequel series to RPM.
I'm going to have to decline on that, big buddy.
I mean, I can see it, given the aesthetics of what Go Busters is about and stuff, and and adapting that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. It could be easily turned. You can say Messiah is an upgraded version of Vengex. You could totally do that.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real about this. In the history of Power Rangers, I think this is the easiest of conversions of stories you could possibly do. If we want to be real about this.
It is very easy layup. But that said, it's totally 1,000% not necessary. Yes. And I get it. I like RPM. RPM is a pretty well-regarded series. Everyone likes it.
Yeah.
I can understand why people are eager to revisit reality again. But it's just no. I'm good.
Don't have to. It's like you said, it's an easy layup. We can see it, but yeah, it just isn't necessary. But the funny thing about the licensing expo was they had a lot of stuff put out on display, and a lot of stuff that had a lot of people kind of perked up is that they had the Quasar Saber up there. And at first I was like, nah, they ain't gonna do no fucking legacy Quasar Sabers. They already about ready to ditch the Hasbro and stuff. But then it started having me thinking, I was like, would they have done a legacy Quasar Saber if that deal didn't happen?
I mean, eventually, there's only so many times you can tap the Mighty Morphin well before it runs dry. And trust me, we are reaching saturation points. I am looking direct you in the face, Burger King Club meal. I see you. I'm staring at you.
Well, Prime. They were in Zeo era last I checked, because the Power Staff and the Zeonites they were progressing. They were progressing.
They would have gotten there. Would have gotten there.
Yeah,
not in our lifetime though, but eventually.
I mean, over in good old Australia down under, they got the legacy Psycho Rangers.
Must be nice. I mean, they need some good news down there.
Yeah, they do. They do. I expected that to be what it is and stuff. When I saw that, I think William was like, "Yep. So when is the boats from there going to come over to the U.S. and give us those?" I was like, "Yeah, probably pretty soon." Wouldn't surprise me.
Not unless it's like that final wave of samurai stuff, where they were just like, yeah, we're just gonna off the shelves and say F you. Oh, you wanted Lauren, guys? Oh, exclusive. Sorry.
Yeah. Speaking of exclusives, that's a good word there, sir.
No, hold up. Before we move on.
Yeah.
So do you think maybe, possibly, slim ghost chance of a fingernail tips snowball that if the Psycho Rangers do get released, they'll be GameStop exclusive like the Zeo Girl?
Man, listen. I mean, I could see it, considering Toys R Us would probably be like basically done. Which, by the way, folks, I mean, you still got time. We'll go to Toys R Us. Get them discounts.
I think it's the end of June.
Get them discounts while you can. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that's when the clock runs out at the end of June. They've already gone into administration in Australia. Again, that's why they had to have the good news of the Psycho Rangers.
So, I you know what? You may be on the money on it being GameStop exclusive, because at this point, the only places that's going to be selling them is like Walgreens, Target, and Walmart. And online. That's about it. So it might be a GameStop exclusive, possibly. I mean, if that's going to get people into GameStop, cool. Which, thank you for reminding me of that. I got to go into GameStop to get the Zeo shit, because I didn't get them. I need to.
Yeah, I've only been recently to GameStop to get, I was getting some Pokemon codes, and they've basically been converted into like micro Toys R Us. It's ridiculous.
Well, GameStop had. Let's be real about this. GameStop had to do it, especially since they're still kind of like, "Hey, we still use games, guys," and shit. I guess we gotta start selling Pop Funkos and shit now. So yeah.
And I mean, I'm glad they've expanded past the Pop Vinyls and Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
People still play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Hey! You shut your whore mouth.
I give shit to every Yu-Gi-Oh player ever. I'm like, y'all still play that? Really? Okay.
But
got to.
I mean, I was in there and like, I got a DC Legends. Well, not DC Legends. What was it? DC Signature Series T-shirt Superboy, and I'm just like, wow. I would have never thought I could have walked into a GameStop and got this figure.
That would have been awesome.
And I'm probably gonna go back pretty soon. Because I've been eyeing Napa for a minute, but I'm like, Napa, you about $75? Like, I'm $75 Napa. Do I fucks with Napa like that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll keep you guys.
All right. So San Diego Comic-Con is coming up, and I'm always kept abreast of what Bandai is going to have at their booths this year. And since Bandai, for all intents and purposes, like they won't have a booth per se, it's going to be Bluefin that's going to be taking up the kind of I guess the package for Power Ranger stuff. As if you haven't, as you listen to this, I think our Deadpool 2 thing's up, and I think me and Prime, we talked about it and got a good laugh out of this, but just to emphasize it again, we're getting figure art helmetless MMPR green and red Rangers, and I don't know what to say, man. I'm just gonna say no.
I mean, they look fucking horrendous. Like, I think I said on a podcast, they look like digital renders of the Boom Studio drawings, except badly.
I mean, if I had, like I said, me and you had a couple of beers, maybe.
I mean, and maybe if you hold them up and you squint and close one eye from a real good distance, you can be like, yeah, that's JDF.
Nah, it'd be like that. It'd be like the meme of that chick where she's punched over, squinting. That's us right now. Like, maybe.
Man. But here's the thing, though. I'm gonna be fair. So if you didn't get them, the first go around, which by the way, like, have you ever like looked on eBay, like are scalping the
Figure
green
art,
and Red Ranger?
Man.
They want cheddar. They like you. Oh, you missed out on that first wave. Pay me, bitch.
Basically, I got black. I got black and red, and I got the black with the Gold Ranger shield. Thank God I got that shit when it was cheap.
Boy, I'm so mad I didn't get that one. I got everything else but that one.
I think that was a convention exclusive, and I missed it. But then somebody popped it up on eBay, and I was like, let me snag that shit now before it goes up.
Because they done get mad redonkulous. I'm gonna say praise be to best Barnes and Noble for their figure art selection and the membership discount coupons. because otherwise I won't have virtually any. And I'm sorry, I wouldn't have the complete Mighty Morphin Zero Ranger team. So shouts out to Bronze and Noble. You're the good one.
Yeah.
But that said, so if you missed them on the first run, I'm going to assume I'm going to go out here and on a ledge. May I? Can I?
All right, go for it.
The helmetless fig arts, they're going to come with the helmets too, as well.
Yes, they will.
So if you didn't get them on the first go round, this is your great second up chance to get them and just quietly keep the helmetless heads in a plastic bin somewhere where they belong.
Just keep in the package and just put the helmet on them. That's all you need.
I mean, that's all you need. So that's positive on that. Now, if they really wanted my fucking money, what they would have done, even though I know it wasn't done in the show, I wouldn't mind having battle damage helmets.
Oh man, listen, I will take a Time Force West battle damage helmet.
Give me battle damage helmet. Cole. It's just even though I know it wasn't done in the show. I mean, come on, man, it's a toy. Take some liberties.
Yeah,
come on.
Got to.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on.
But
so while we're on this subject, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But also, too, before I let you go on that, they're also giving us a green, black, and silver soul of Chikogan Megazord as the exclusive at San Diego Comic-Con 2. On top of that,
look very nice.
Yeah, it does. It looks very clean and pristine. So yeah, so those are those three things. I'm pretty sure there's gonna probably be more, but those are the kind of the three gets, I guess, for San Diego Comic-Con for right now. So we'll see what happens.
I'm kind of jealous that the Dragon Ball convention, they got like better exclusive fig arts. Like, have you seen that Vegito Blue? Yeah. Have you seen that Vegito Blue and the sale they're getting?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I didn't know that. How did San Diego miss that?
I don't know. I'm kind of salty that the Dragon Ball convention has some better fig arts there. Kind of salty.
What's the name of the Dragon Ball convention?
Was it Kamekon?
Kamehameha-con or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. It's a hilarious pun if you like Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Irving, Texas. I'm like, I'm not flying to fucking Irving, Texas for that.
I mean, that's doable for me, but I'm like, I like Dragon Ball, but do I like Dragon Ball that much?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, gentle listener at home. I love Dragon Ball. I'm hyped as a mud for this Dragon Ball Heroes PV anime that's coming out pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to get Super Saiyan 4 Goku fighting Goku Blue, and right now my erection could shatter diamonds. I can't.
I'm mad they're trying to make Super Saiyan 4 a thing, which is probably why it's called Heroes.
Oh no! Don't be mad. Drinking them tears, drinking that salt. For everybody that said GT wasn't canon, what's that? What is that? What?
Well, see, you know how they're gonna get around that, right? They're from a different universe. Boom, there you go. So it's technically not canon per se. It's just a different universe. That's how they're gonna get around it.
Does it exist in the Schrodinger's box of Dragon Ball? Does it exist in that universe? That's like saying Supergirl isn't canon to The Flash on CW because they're in different universes.
It's kind of like the Universal shit. It's like, if our main Earth Goku ain't Super Saiyan 4, that Super Saiyan 4 is just from a different universe. So, on a technicality, I guess you're right. It is canon, but it's not like, like the circumstances in which we knew from GT back when it was canon and stuff. Yeah, different circumstances in this instance. So, But I give you points on the technicality of that. You got me on that.
I look at it like this. It's like Hyper Time. The events happen and they matter. It's just in relation to each other, form a sequence of a chain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Do I have to please don't make me explain Hyper Time? I'd rather.
No, we're good. Don't have to explain it whatsoever.
Okay. So if anybody at home is confused, just Google Hyper Time, read it up, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
That was gonna say.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, you got it, boy. You got it. Go.
Oh yeah. Also, I forgot. Black and Gold Alpha 5 Funko Pop at San Diego too. That's the other exclusive. So. There you
I
go.
like how you just straight completely forgot about that.
Yeah, every once in a while I forget
Irrelevance.
that a Funko Pop is there, even though I stopped after getting my 3 that I wanted. So there's that.
Own Funko Pops, and I don't think I've bought any of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, only thing I got.
And I think 3 of them are Spider-Man.
Yeah, I just got Black Panther and Ant-Man and War Machine. I'm like, I'm good. I'm 100% good now.
Sir, I see your theme there, and I must place my endorsement of it on there. A nice gold stamp there.
Yeah, and also my incoming in the mail is my Kamen Rider-esque Ant-Man from Civil War. So, just saying.
That is what's up. I'm trying to think, who do I have? I have 3 Spider-Man, 3 variants of Spider-Man. I think I have Infinity War Iron Spider, the Amazing Spider-Man from Spider-Man 2. And I think I have just classic vanilla Spider-Man, yeah. And I have I have the 4th Doctor, and I have Angel from Angel the series.
Sweet.
Did not buy one of them. I think they're all gifted to me from different people.
Sweet. Speaking of which, still waiting for that Shout Factory cosign, but we're getting Jetman on DVD.
The time has come, and so have I.
The greatest series ever, Jetman. Yes. I watched Jetman. I was like, yo, because of Gokaiger, I went back and watched Jetman, and I actually dug it.
So when I saw that news, I think you saw my tweet when I was like, now watch all these contrarians and people who haven't watched the show come out the woodwork and say that Jetman isn't that good anyway. First of all, you're filthy liars, and the truth isn't in you. Second of all, is Jetman a perfect show? Because I know a lot of people blow it up and say, oh, it's the greatest Sentai ever. Is Jetman a perfect show? No.
Far from it, but I love it, though.
It is far from a perfect show. However, is it a great 80s science fiction show? You bet your sweet candy corn ass it is.
Yes, it is. I'm just saying, look, as somebody that was a fan of, like, Battle of the Planets, this shit was right up my fucking alley. I'm like, these motherfuckers can fly too? Yes, let's go.
So good, man. Like, I think Jetman is not just a good Sentai. I think it's a good television show, like, full stop. This period.
I'm just saying, got to pull one out for Guy Yuki. Got to pull one out for him. For those that don't know, and just watch the series, and you'll know why.
And I'm so mad, like, what happened to him would not have happened to him if he wasn't trying to emulate Ryu. If he wasn't trying to be like his new friend who used to be his frenemy.
Yep.
If he didn't get respect for that cornball, lovable son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, maybe we'll eventually talk about it when we do a Jetman episode.
Oh yeah, we will. We will talk about Jetman. That's all I'm saying. That will happen. That will definitely be one of those things because thankfully, we got fan base that's like, will you guys ever do Zhu Ranger? I'm like, thank you. We probably will end up doing that. So, yeah.
I mean, I will gladly fillet Shade Bandora for a full hour if that's what you want me to do.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I will definitely, when we do Jetman, I'll be like, yo, I'm Guy Yuki fan #1 over here. So, just saying.
That's what's up. Speaking of which, yeah. So why are we still talking about Jetman? Why are we still talking about figure arts? Let's bring this full circle. So this morning, was it this morning? Yeah. Was it this morning or was it yesterday? I don't remember because to me, time is just one never-ending, instantaneous moment.
Time's been going very quick lately.
Yeah, I know. So my feed's blowing up, and I see that figure arts is one of my. I just see figure arts. So I'm like, oh, so what did they just announce? Click on the link. We're getting figure arts of the 3 main characters from the first book / movie of Harry Potter.
And now another edition of Who Got a Figure Art Before Kamen Rider Kuuga.
So now I'm not a Harry Potter hater.
I love Harry Potter.
And I told you I just read all the books like last year. I finished the Deathly Hallows in January. I
think I saw you tweet about that, and I was like, "Hey, shit, Prime on a roll."
Yeah, I finally finished the whole series all last year.
Yeah.
I watched all the movies. Back when I didn't read the books, I didn't remember anything. Because when I watched the movies but without reading the books, I was kind of like, "Why is this popular? I kind of don't get it." Then having read the books, I went, oh, I see now. I understand. And now I'm in your little club. I can get why this is popular. I get why this is my to Harry Potter to my wife is what Transformers is to me. Does that make sense?
Perfect sense. That makes 100% sense. Actually, I remember back in the day when Harry Potter first came out. That was one of the in terms of like when you go to anime conventions and stuff. I remember when you went to anime conventions, you saw anime people cosplaying and stuff. And I remember when Harry Potter came out and it was a huge deal. That was the first like non-anime cosplay I saw in full effect at anime convention was Harry Potter. So yeah, that correlation is perfect.
Huge, ginormous. So I say that because I understand why Bandai. I'm not gonna say Bandai Namco. Why Bandai and Bluefin and them. Tamashi, why they want to do Harry Potter, good money. First of all, quick side note, quick tangent. Tell me why the heads on the Harry Potter kids look 1,000% better than the heads on the Helmless Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You have the same digital scan technology. Why is that clearly Daniel Radcliffe? And why is that Green Ranger clearly some dude that they scanned in from a coloring book? Like what are you doing? What's happening over there? Did you not use did you use the wrong JPEG file? Like I don't get it. Like what happened here?
Must have, because they fucked up.
Did you use a trading card instead of a glossy photo? Like what didn't you help?
They used the old Bandai you remember the Pogs that had the Power Rangers on them and stuff? They used that.
Hell no. They used those old Ziploc bags that had King Sphinx on the bag.
That faded off every time you got it.
Every time you put a sandwich in it.
It's like, god damn, this shit faded again? Damn
it.
It's like I wanted everybody to see sandwich. It's like I wanted everybody to see how badass fucking King Sphinx was. What the fuck?
Damn. Mom!
Bullshit, Mom. What?
Just get my damn Jello pop and go to my room, man. It sucks. Why does my wife suck? So...
our childhood was awesome.
I understand. I get it. It's gonna be a nice cash grab for you. But like, the more I think about it, the more angry I get because already from the jump. They're about to do a figure art of Harry Potter from all 6 years of Hogwarts. You automatically know that's happening. There's nowhere that was on the table when they were discussing with J.K. Rowling when she put on her fucking mound of money like a goddamn dragon counting rubies and shit. You know that was on. You know it. You just know it.
Not at all.
And then it extra pisses me off because I'm still in this camp and I know I'm probably gonna die alone on this hill. But I'm just like, excuse me. Nearly damn near 10 years ago, Decamaster won a poll for what SH figure art we want to see next. You sons of bitches released the 5-4 Deca Ranger, but you didn't give us the one that we fucking asked for.
Because they hate you, Prime. Because they hate you, Prime. You know why? They looked at the Twitter feed, saw how excited you are, and was like, "Nah, we got that motherfucker right now. We ain't doing this shit."
Oh, for real? This is what Prime Gundam wants? Oh no, I toss that shit in the incinerator. It's good.
Come on, man.
They showed prototypes of SH figure arts, Char Aznable from Gundam. Char Aznable, one of the most iconic and well-known characters in all of anime. And you mean to tell me Daniel Radcliffe and them boys, when Guardian Levioso, they wait to the front of the fucking line? Are you kidding me right now?
Look. See, folks, you remember that? That meme of Charlie from It's Always Sunny, and he has the fucking looking all crazy and shit. That's Prime right now. Like, it's conspiracy, man. It's conspiracy. Got arrows pointed to fucking Saban in the middle and shit.
And here I am, like, so are we gonna get the rest of the Jetman as figure arts because you released Red Hawk and Black Condor? No, what's that? Fuck me. Here's Voldemort. Oh, okay, sure, whatever. Dude, I guarantee you, Neville Longbottom is getting an SH figure arts before Kamen Rider Kuuga, and I'm dog fighting mad.
I tell you who probably end up getting one too. the fuck's the name of that little troll thing that was Harry Potter
Dobby. Well, if Dobby gets a figure art, first of all, I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna put it on my shelf. First of all, let's get that out the way now. If Dobby gets a figure art, I'm buying that shit. That's just day one. That's happening.
But at the same time, you're just gonna be sitting there looking at it as a reminder that Kiva still hasn't gotten a figure art.
And I mean, as much as I like Kiva Emperor form, it's nice. It's gold. He comes with a cool sword.
Yeah.
I get the form to add to my, base collection because I like to display my Kamen Riders in the group shots with their base forms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can I please? Pretty please?
No.
I mean, I've been nothing but good and nice. No?
Nah,
okay.
No. We're just going to give you Kiva La and Dark Kiva, but we ain't going to give you regular Kiva because fuck you.
So, hold on. So they give us Emperor Kiva. They give us Dark Kiva. They give us Ixia. They give us Ixia Rising. They give us Kiva La.
See, I think Kiva La was the middle finger to you, bro. They was like, you motherfuckers.
That was directed at me. And not only did they get Kiva La, not only did we get Kiva La, was she an exclusive? The character that only appeared in one movie?
Yeah, she
was No. She was a standard store release. However, these Pink and Yellow Rangers who appear in multiple episodes, who appear in multiple movies, appear in multiple crossovers, they're exclusive. Now, I want to know. Well, I probably should know because I'll probably fucking kill him. But I want to know who decides what tier, what character gets what figure art standard release. I think you're off your game. I think you're misjudging. Or like you said, Chris, I think they're purposely trolling just me. This is just directed at
if you didn't say anything, Prime, they probably would have put it out, but it was like, this Prime guy, he's really fucking busting our balls for this shit. Fuck him.
Nah, fuck him. Toss him in the incinerator. Burn the blueprints. It's all good.
It's like
What's that? You want Deca Master? What's that? You want Yamcha? No, I said Deca Master. You want Yamcha? No, I said no, Yamcha. Because that's what you're getting. You're getting Yamcha. Okay.
See, deep underground in Bandai Studios and stuff. They have a prototype of those figures that you want. They just ain't gonna release the shit.
Oh, not in my lifetime. Not in my lifetime.
Oh man.
In fact, when I'm dead and long gone from this earth, they're gonna break out a Ouija board and go, "Hey, Prime, fuck you." Release date August 8th, 2141.
Yeah. Like, you know what's going to end up happening? 30 years from now and stuff, or probably like 50 years, 60 years from now and stuff, where both of us would be old as shit. Then all of a sudden they'll come out with a Kamen Rider Kiva, and if I'm still in contact with you, I'll be like, see, Prime, they did it. They fucking did it.
Hell no. They're going to wait to the exact moment when that meteor comes crashing down. As soon as it pierces the fucking atmosphere, right when it's 4 inches from the ground, we're all gonna get that fucking RSS feed alert. Bleep! Bandai has released Kamen Rider Kuuga in stores now. Son of a...
It's like, whoa. That's that. But hey, Ultraman X is getting a figure art, though.
He looks pretty fucking dope.
Yeah.
Did you see those pictures I posted a couple of weeks ago of Geed Primitive?
Yeah, that shit look dope.
Man, Geed is awesome design, man.
Yeah.
Watch Kamen Rider Geed if you haven't, people. It's on Crunchyroll. You have no... I'm not saying it's a groundbreaking show. I'm not saying it's going to change your life, but it's like a really good, solid tokusatsu show.
Yeah. Trying to think. I'm avoiding the comic stuff because I kind of want to save that for like when it actually gets deeper and we can actually talk about the comic and stuff and the storyline and stuff. So, been keeping up with that.
I was just looking at the checklist. Like, Shadow Grid isn't that long.
Thank God. Thank fucking God.
I mean,
if there's a lesson that
shocked.
they learned, did they learn the lesson? Don't overextend your fucking series. Did they learn the lesson? It seems that way.
I think they did. I think we have what? 4 more parts left, 4 or 5 more parts left, plus a wrap up issue.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they about to stretch this shit out like over 12, 20 damn issues. No, it seems like it's gonna be quick.
Yeah,
it seems to be a pretty in and out. Now, I'll hold off. I'll wait. I was about to make some comments and some theories, but I'll wait.
Yeah. So
are you playing any? Are you playing the mobile game? Any Power Rangers All Stars or Power Ranger Legacy Wars?
I need to download it on my new phone actually, because I was going to download it, and I basically waited till I got my new phone, so I'm definitely going to jump on that immediately.
Yeah, I'm playing All Stars. I used to play Legacy, but I out.
Legacy Wars.
I saw that they added
Street Fighter.
Yeah, go ahead.
They added Street Fighter.
Shocking. So that got my gears turning when I saw that. I think Chun-Li, Guile, and Ryu.
Yeah, I believe so.
And Akuma? Is Akuma?
I think it's Akuma, yeah.
I think. Man, if I'm wrong, please forgive me. I'm not playing the game. I'm only seeing, posters and screenshots. I mean, as far as crossovers goes, that's pretty wild. Unexpected, left field. I like it.
Yeah. I didn't they have another RPG Power Rangers for the mobile phone, or was I'm tripping?
No, that was the beta for this one.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah,
it went back when it was just called Power Rangers RPG. Now they release it officially. It's called Power Rangers All Stars.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's an okay game. I played to kill time at work when I'm waiting for reports to generate. It's fine. I have a guild or an alliance if you want to join. Listeners at home, called Morphin Metacast. Get in on it. Just add me and Prime Gundam.
Cool.
I mean, it's fine. It's a great time waster. It's just, it's a standard kind of like, what's that game? Marvel Strike Force. It's just a mobile RPG. It's like, whenever you think of a mobile RPG, that's it. Except it's not turn-based. It's kind of a free roam, kind of like how Avengers Alliance, I think Tactics was. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of tacticsy, but it's not tactics, if that makes kind of sense. Like, you have movement around, but it's not turn-based around. It's kind of active combat. It's interesting. Yeah. I'm wanting to see what teams they're adding. I think they have a pretty decent mix, pretty good group. I think it's RPM, Mighty Morphin, Mystic Force, Overdrive, Dino Charge, Mega Force, Super Mega Force, SPD, I already said Mystic Force, and I think that's it for right now. If I miss one, please forgive me. But I want to see what teams are going to roll out and how they're going to roll them out. I want to see how they're going to implement the ranges. Right now, it's only core groups.
Oh, okay.
So no sixes, and you can only have five man to a team plus one friend if you have a friend on your list to make a 6-man group to do missions.
Interesting.
So I want to I'm really curious to see how they'll implement 6 Rangers. I'm also curious, and maybe this is just me, I'm wondering if they include the Alien Rangers. And if they do, so when you complete a team, right?
Yeah.
You get the main Megazord for that season as a summon attack for a couple of seconds to clear a room out. Yeah. And I'm wondering if they're going to add the Alien Rangers. And if they are, what's going to be their summon Megazord? Now, common sense would say that their summon Megazord would be the Shogun Megazord, because, that's what the main Megazord was in Conquer Ranger.
Yeah.
That was their default, first giant mech. But will they skip the Alien Rangers? And that's another thing I'm wondering about. So, how will they also include maybe secondary Megazords or, 6 Ranger Zords, if that's how you unlock? Maybe I'm just putting too much thought into a mobile game that's going to be abandoned in a couple of years. Maybe I need to just stop.
Probably putting a lot of thought to it. I would go with that.
I mean, maybe a little too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I guess we can go to the main event, which is Kamen Rider Kuuga. Now, I did not know. Well, I should say, this is a show that came out in 2000, and this is basically now. You probably know more about the history of this. What was the rationale behind Toei not having a Kamen Rider series for 10 years after Black RX? What made them not put out any Kamen Riders for that 10-year gap?
Now I'm digging deep. I'm trying to remember. Now I remember reading a couple of articles and a couple of things on some websites, and this all could be hearsay. I could all be 1,000% wrong, but I want to think I remember the phrase franchise fatigue being tossed around, because up to that point, since the 60s, there had been a Kamen Rider in some shape or form on television.
Yeah.
Just going, and just after a while, they started hitting that point of diminishing returns.
Mm-hmm.
think, but don't hold me to it because I don't really know the time frame that as well. But I think Ishinomori might have been dead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it was like
around that time.
Yeah, you talk about 1990 all the way to 2000.
I think, and so if not, he probably died pretty soon. I don't know. I don't want to put on that man. I'm too lazy to look it up on the most powerful tool in the world sitting on my lap here.
Yeah.
But that might have played a factor into it. But just I think they just felt like maybe the franchise needed a break.
Yeah.
Which, it happened. It happened years earlier. Yeah, it happened years earlier to Metal Heroes, and maybe the merchandising wasn't moving as well. But Bandai is nothing if not scrupulous. Bandai and Toei have nothing but scrupulous and wise with their money and how they spend their money. So they want to just keep plugging into something just for nostalgia's sake, or they just want to just put their money into basically sure bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can't fault them for that.
Yeah, but it's interesting too because Kamen Rider Kuuga came out the same year as Time Ranger, 2000.
So that means that year they were on fucking fire.
Oh yeah, I mean, and what's funny because the whole thing with Kamen Rider Kuuga is essentially this is probably the first and only Kamen Rider that doesn't have a secondary Kamen Rider. That was the thing. I think you.
Well, I mean,
well, at least for the Heisei era. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah, for the Heisei era, I'm gonna say the Showa era. I mean,
yeah, Showa era.
Amazon X. Now the thing though, here's that's the discussion. Because a lot in the Showa era, a lot of the guys pop up and team up from time to time, even if the show only had one writer in it.
Yeah.
So, technically, yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, he didn't, because, the funny thing is about the manga, because I've kind of read up on, even while I was watching the show, apparently, the manga, they added, a lot of stuff, in the manga, he teamed up with Agito and G1.
I was going to say, they added stronger ties to Agito, because that was the initial plan for Agito was the second show after. Supposed to be. And that's not to understate it. So let's not even bear the lead here. Kamen Rider Kuuga, it did a lot to keep Kamen Rider alive. In the wilderness years of those 10 years from the end of Black RX to Kuuga, the only thing they had were a couple of three movies, ZO, J, and Shin Kamen Rider. Yeah. And that was and it's kind of feel like they were just trying out ideas and just doing things just to keep the trademark in their name.
Yeah.
But because of its tone and what it did, it was kind of like a back-to-base for Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
Kind of like how the 05 Doctor Who was a back-to-basis for Doctor Who.
Yeah, it was. The funny thing is about the 05 Doctor Who, that was kind of like the way, it felt like that was their way of trying to get American audiences into Doctor Who, too. At least that's how I took it. I mean, it might be different and stuff. That's how I took it because prior to 05, my knowledge of Doctor Who was just who the fuck is that guy? I don't know. That must be some British thing, and then I just kind of ignored it and stuff. So
yeah, I don't know. There's a discussion maybe to be had that because Doctor Who did air here sporadically in syndication and PBS before 05.
Yeah, you might.
I don't know. It was kind of like that. Yeah, they kind of like that niche thing. I watched Doctor Who on PBS in my area, but I wasn't a fan of it. It was just something I watched to watch. And I didn't become a huge fan of it until I watched 06. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Just talk.
Yeah.
When I say I wasn't a fan of it, when I watched it on PBS, I liked it, but I didn't become obsessive about it.
Nah, makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But anyway, sidetrack.
Yeah. Side note.
Yeah. Kamen Rider Kuuga did a lot of things to keep the torch alive and strip it back to basics and get Kamen Rider core elements, core recognizable elements. And for that, if Kamen Rider Kuuga wasn't a success, I kind of feel like Kamen probably we'd be dead right now.
Yeah, it definitely would. I mean, look, every once in a while when you have a franchise that's trying to reboot itself, you need that one series to reboot it, and Kuuga was one of them. And I can see it because my fear, like watching this show, right? And it's weird too because it's like, it's kind of like how you watch Power Rangers like now with the updated technology that we got. And then if you tell a kid, all right, you like Power Rangers Ninja Steel, all right, and you sit them down in front of MMPR and just see like the special effects and all that stuff, then, it ain't as jarring. Like Kuuga, it doesn't feel as jarring, maybe because it was 2000. So it's like the CGI will vary. It's not as like eye roll worthy. It's like, oh, it's not bad. It works.
I mean, it is a children's show. Yeah. Other than have a Hollywood budget, they're not going to spend $40 million just to render a polygon.
The first 3 episodes when he transforms, when he's punching a monster, and it's like, that's a little janky. All right, fine, and then finally after that he just goes through regular transformation. Like, all right, cool, but it's just them first 3 episodes. It's like it's a little janky on the CGI, but I get it. It's 2000.
It was PlayStation 2. It was a PlayStation game. Totally.
PlayStation 2. I'm about to say PlayStation graphics, dog.
I mean, we be honest, bro. That's probably about N64. We gonna be real about it.
Yeah, 64. Yeah, just about right. Yeah, so the basis of Kuuga is basically you have a character named Yusuke Godai who is fighting the Granji tribe, essentially.
Granji.
Yeah, the Granji.
The Granji. So let me just mention this while we're talking about Godai.
Yeah.
So Godai, his whole modus operandi is he's a good guy, and he says it frequently in the series. He wants to protect people's smiles. So in episode 1, he has what I would call one of the best character introductions in anything. Like, so in fiction, usually in fiction and writing, how you introduce a character should inform, is just used as an introduction or shorthand as an introduction of how the character is going to be.
Yeah.
So for example, in The Thing. Oh my gosh, what's the main character's name in The Thing? And I was just completely 1000% blacked out.
Kurt Russell's character?
Yeah, Kurt Russell, yeah. His character has a fantastic character introduction when he's playing chess against that computer.
Yeah.
The computer, he's in the cell, and the computer wins, so he pours, was it whiskey on it?
Yeah.
Am I remembering that scene right? So yeah, that's a great character introduction because it establishes a lot of key elements about him as a character.
Yeah, MacReady.
It establishes that he's smart. Yeah, it establishes that he's smart. Establishes that he's, but also establishes that he has a temper and is willing to do anything above all to win. Great character introduction. Also another really good character introduction. Jack Sparrow's introduction in Pirates of the Caribbean when he's riding in on that ship that's sinking and just casually walks onto the dock.
Pretty dope.
Just a great introduction. Yeah. Godai, when we first see Godai in the show, what is he doing? He is trying to make a child who's lost his mother smile and laugh.
By juggling.
By juggling and, just trying to comfort the kid. So in comforting that kid, that's shorthand for automatically assuming, like, yo, he's a good dude. And it sets up basically the theses of his character.
Mm-hmm.
In that one moment. And he carries that through line throughout the entire show.
Yeah, I mean, and
it's and not just that. It is constantly challenged by the world because it's find out the world and the Granji, quite frankly, are shit. But Godai, even as he is being changed and corrupted by the battle, the constant fighting, and by the Oracle, his transformation device itself, and he fears himself slipping into darkness, he still holds on to that shred of him and who he is as a person.
Yeah, because don't make no mistake. So the belt that he ends up using to transform and stuff, I think it was about episode, I believe, 5 or 6, when he's getting an MRI, you come to find out that the belt basically is connected to his nervous system, essentially. So, like, it's to the point to where, since it's connected to him and stuff, anything that happens to him, it helps out. Like, at one point, he gets bitten by one of the monsters, and he's about to die, and when he gets defibrillated, it basically ends up shocking his system, and it actually ends up powering the belt up and stuff, and he transforms and stuff. So it's very much connected to him, but then you find out that since he has the belt, he's also kind of sort of a Granji, essentially, too.
Yeah, he's slowly becoming one of them. So the whole thing about the Oracle system, first of all, the whole thing about the Grongi is that they're an ancient tribe of mankind. I'm sorry, I'm gonna take it back. I don't even remember if they were referred to as mankind. Were they man? I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched Kuuga, but I've watched it a whole lot. So
they're offshoot-ish.
Marinating. Yeah, so I guess they're like the Neanderthal to the Homo sapien. I don't remember. So they're tribes of people.
Yeah.
And they're monstrous. And their whole thing is they have this killing game. What the whole point is to see what types of ways they can kill man. What's the point and rhyme and the reason for it? We never find out.
But it's so random because at one point it could be like, it's basically, it'd be rhyming rules for it. So it's like, all right, I'm going to need you to kill 20 people, within X amount of time or some shit like that. And like, when you're watching the show and they're talking in the alien language, so if you happen to watch it, you're going to probably be a little frustrated like I was, but until Prime told me, they don't have any subtitles for when the monsters are talking with one another and stuff. And it wasn't until I think somebody actually did a translation for it, I think later on, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is Cyprus. Now, when the show was airing, they are not speaking Japanese at all. I forget what linguistics or whatever. I forgot what they used to make their made-up language with.
Yeah.
But the whole point of them not being subtitled, not even in Japanese when they're speaking, was to add to their alien and inhuman nature.
Yeah.
So they were trying to make the Grongi mysterious and terrifying.
Yeah. I mean, and you can kind of get a good idea of what they're more or less doing anyways. So, it works out in the long run and stuff. The crazy part is so there are different tiers of them and stuff. And the thing of it is, more often than not, Yusuke, he'll end up getting some sort of power up sometimes based off the monsters that he's fighting and stuff. So like, if we really like breaking it down on his form as his form, so Kuuga himself now, and this is something that I'm trying to think which Kamen Rider started the whole different forms. Was it Black RX?
What started multiple forms? Stronger had. Now technically, we want to get technical about it. Kamen Rider 1 and Kamen Rider 2 had power, not power ups, but like upgrades to their base form.
Okay.
So would that count? Like, cause but once they got the upgrades, it's not like a form change. Like this became their default main form now.
Okay.
Technically, Stronger had charged up.
Okay. But and then because Black RX for me was the one that I noticed that had like a lot of power up forms. But yeah, that makes sense. So Kuuga has different forms, and this is going to be a staple throughout the Heisei eras and stuff. I think as every era happens and stuff, it gets just as ridiculous with their forms, but I'm fine with it because, hey, that's what's going to sell toys and stuff anyways, because why not?
Exactly.
So Kuuga has a growing form, which is a white, just all white and stuff. That's like the first episode. That's what he transforms into. Form. Yeah. So after that, you have the mighty form, which is the standard red form and stuff. You have Dragon, Pegasus, and Titan. Now, Dragon, you find out like in each form too, he can take any sort of weapon and it can transform based on said like form. So when he's like in Dragon form, for instance, he doesn't have much strength, but he has a lot of speed to him and stuff, and he can take like any sort of. He can take a stick and it transforms into a staff. And I think was it Pegasus? Yeah, Pegasus. He could take a gun or any gun-like weapon and it could transform into like kind of a bow and arrow, like a little crossbow type thing. And Titan is the same way. Any stick or thing he can transform into a sword. Each one also has a rising form, which is essentially just that color, except it has like gold trim and stuff. And then you got his ultimate form, which is all black.
Oh, you skipped Amazing Mighty.
Amazing Mighty? Yeah, Amazing Mighty.
Yeah.
Amazing Mighty, which is actually pretty badass too. Gotta admit, I do like the special effects for that. His feet just all of a sudden goes gold and lightning. I'm like, oh, he about ready to kick the shit out of somebody, and then bam, done.
Funny catch that megaton kick to the throat.
Yeah. Hey, look, it came at a good time. That was like the last 5 episodes that he popped that out. Yeah, I was like, shit, yeah. Now, here's the thing about this series too. Didn't get much movies, for this. There was no movie whatsoever for Kuuga.
Nope.
That's kind of a first, because most Kamen Riders do get movies.
Because again, like I said, they were testing the waters again. It was like, hey, you guys still like Rider, the Bugmans? You still like the Karate Bugmans?
I gotta be real.
Oh,
I think they took a lot more gambles on the manga because, like, you know, his boy Ichijo, he actually ends up becoming Ichoji. My bad. Ichoji, he ends up becoming G1 in the manga.
I need to read that manga then.
Yeah, he ends up becoming G1, which is the basis for G3 in Agito.
So, like, their bromance is legendary.
Man, listen, I knew
you talk about right after your partners. These two dudes, my dude.
I don't know, man. Does it beat out Zex and Trey's bromance?
I say yes. Their bromance is like way healthier.
See, healthier now. See, now is not healthier. I always put Zex and Trey's. Zex and Trey's is bromance goals to me. Now you're like, you got me questioning, like,
Nah, bro, because it's pretty clear to me, like, Trey's was like manipulating the fuck out of this man. I'm
but
sorry,
he loves his boy though.
Right? Getting that brain whammy.
But he loves Zex.
Shit, he was putting them smooth words he put on Lady on Zex. I don't know, bro. It's kind of manipulative. I don't know. He started looking with them damn baby blue eyes, and Zex is like, well, I guess Trez is my friend, you know, just gotta do what Trez says, man.
I don't know, you might have me questioning. Now I'm like, Ichijo and Ichoji and Godai did have a good, yeah, you're right. You know, he did.
This shit was wholesome.
He gave him that look when he gave Yusuke that bike, and I'm like, that's a bromance. That is a bromance right there.
Twice gave him experimental bike. Twice! Risk his job for that man. 2 times. Twice. Folks, please be like, yo, so how was unidentified life form number 4 getting out of our equipment? Like, I don't know, man. Shit just happens, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know. He punched me in the face. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's like you don't have no marks on your face. Doesn't matter. He took it. All right.
Shit hurts, man. I want to say.
But you know what? You're right. I had to think about that. I was like, all throughout the series, it was like, y'all about one eye look away from just kissing each other. Just doing it. It's happening.
Oh, I was waiting on it. I was like, oh, please. Because
it
looked like Ichibanchi, but like he would have took that shit, man. He was like, he wanted it. He was throwing it, but Godai wasn't catching it. He was tossing it out there, but Godai was like, happy and smiles. And she's like, yeah, I make you happy and smile, motherfucker.
Yeah. Hey, don't let the girl fool you, you know, and stuff. She was not interjecting in that bromance by any stretch.
Oh no, she had like no. It's his friend. What's her name?
Sawatari.
Yes, she had no effect on Godai personal feelings whatsoever. She liked Godai.
She was semi crushing on him and stuff, but like he wasn't reciprocating it in any sort of way, shape, or form. I was like, wow, interesting.
Godai was like, hey, is it about saving lives? Is it about punching monsters in the face? Then I don't give a fuck.
How about you translate these symbols? How about that?
How about you tell me what the belt is that I put on to save your fucking life? How about that?
Yeah. But I will say this. Okay, so those three have their little relationship and stuff. You know, she's there to translate all the material over the course of the series. And the funny thing is, too, when he gets all these forms, they just happen. There's no, like, rhyme and reason for, like, why they pop up. It feels like it just happens, which...
They pop up. Yeah, they pop up. I think it's implied, like, they pop up as a need to depend on the grinding because the Arcral, Kuuga's, belt system.
Yeah.
It's an anti-Grongi weapon. Like in the flashback, they show episode 1, where it showed the ancient Kuuga fighting all the Grongi and just shifting forms to fight them until he dies and he's entombed.
Yeah.
So he's basically Kuuga is Terminator, the Grongi Terminator.
Yeah.
So whatever abilities, whatever he needs to fight the Grongi, it would be bestowed upon Kuuga to do so.
Yeah. So I mean, like, cause I said the dragon basically he has less strength, but he has like a lot of speed and stuff. Pegasus, he gets basically superhuman heightened senses. Yeah. But he can only use it for, 50 seconds. Else, he basically gets knocked back into growing form and he can't transform for a couple hours. Which, every time he transforms, it basically exhausts him, and he has to get like a lot of rest essentially. So that's another aspect of him that's what you have to do and stuff. So like I said, each form has their big points and stuff. But like you said, it's just
Titan. Yeah, and Titan is basically a tank.
Yeah, which I think that is a staple for every Kamen Rider going forward. Is like they always have that tank mode that they just beast out on people, and then that's about it. So,
and for some reason they haven't done it as well as Robo Rider from Black RX.
Man, Robo Rider really was like fucking Alex Murphy, man. I remember that. I was like, why is he walking so slow? I was like, oh, okay, gotcha.
That's your chance to run to save your life.
I mean, Kiva, what's funny? Kiva tried to do that, but it's like, he still looks too mobile, and that's supposed to be the heavy one? I
know, right? And I love that form with the giant hammer with the eyeball on it. That's just dope.
Yeah. Yeah, but, like I said, they played it fast and loose. No worries, but, one of those things and stuff. But like you said, it's every form is there for a need, essentially, and stuff. So... As
the Grongi grow in power, Kuuga must grow in power to respond to them.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, at one point it's like, oh, Yusuke died. Oh, well, forever will we do, and he's back. Now, let's be real about this too. The police are helping him, and I have to give it up to police. They are the most competent police officers ever because over the course of the series, they start getting their arsenal upgraded.
Yes, and they get anti-Grongi weaponry and actually contribute and help Kuuga out.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah, they're just as useful as Angel Grove cops. Looking at Angel Grove like you guys didn't upgrade your shit, huh?
Not nothing. Like you couldn't pick up that Nanzor scrap. You couldn't find one putty staff. You couldn't do nothing. Meanwhile, in Japan, these motherfuckers got special bullets to kill their monsters. Like, bro, what are you doing?
Stepping up to Agito, the police department was like, "Fuck this, we're making our own goddamn Kamen Rider. How about that?"
And that's what's so dope. And that's so fucking tragic about G3 because G3's whole system, every weapon, everything he had was designed to fight Grungy. Unfortunately, the unknowns are not Grungy. So G3 was getting his salad tossed on a daily basis, and if he was fighting Grungies, he'd have been dominating their asses.
He was getting them upgrades though. So to G3's credit, he was getting them upgrades, and he ended up.
He was hanging in there. He was hanging in there.
I give him that. He had his little shotguns and the Gatling gun, which is badass as shit.
Shit.
Badass.
He popped out that motorcycle with that shit, and he popped it off in the back and was running with the running shot, man.
Yeah.
I would watch a G3 series. Let's just put that shit like
10 episode series. That's all I need. Just 10 episodes of him just going nuts on everything.
Maybe he can finally fight a fucking Grungy and show that, look, my system wasn't useless.
Yeah. Now, I would say this about Kuuga, though, at least for me. I felt that they did kind of like... I'm not going to say the series dragged. I felt that they really kind of took their time telling whatever story they were telling, essentially. It felt like everything was very soft-pedaled. It's like, you guys are kind of dragging a little bit. What's going on? Like, there'd be some episodes where it takes them 2 episodes to defeat a Grungy.
And that's what started the Heisei thing of, again, maybe because it's different for me because I know how the sausage is made.
Yeah.
So I understand the need of why make 50 monster costumes when we can make 25 and have, what I'm saying? I can see the gears behind I can see the reasoning behind why they do that. So why fight a different monster each episode when he can fight the same monster in 2 episodes?
And sometimes he has to go a 2-on-1 fight and still have to do that. I'm perfectly fine with that and stuff. But I thought it was actually pretty dope because, like I said, it made it to where these monsters last a little bit longer and stuff. And there was because the thing about the series is okay, so Yusuke has those little forms and stuff, but he also has the freaking the Kuuga Garam or whatever and stuff.
Oh yeah, the Goron,
the Goron and stuff.
Beetle bug.
Yeah, but they extended that out for there was actually a legit mini arc revolving that, and I was like, was there really a need of an arc for the Goron?
I mean, if you gotta fill 50 episodes, bro, you gotta do something.
I get it, but like I said, I'm there.
You gotta sell the toy.
You say what?
You gotta sell the toy. You see, and I mean that literally. You have to sell the toy.
This is true.
You have to make it appeasing.
This is true. Now, I'll say this. Now, there was one character that threw me off that they somehow stepped her up to series regular status. And that's Mika.
Oh, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, Mika, she popped up in, I believe, episode 2. And then, like, 2 episodes later, bam, she's like a series regular.
Oh, dude. I don't remember.
She's the one that plays the flute?
Oh! Wow. Did she contribute anything of value to the show?
Yeah, if you count the manga, she ends up becoming Kuuga.
If you count the manga. Oh, yeah! So the chick that got sick. Yes! Yeah! I remember. Damn.
Yeah, because I was
completely watched her.
Because the thing of it is, it's like, I thought she was just a one-off character. Oh, I lost my family, da-da-da-da-da-da. And then all of a sudden, like, why is she in every episode? What does she do? What does she do? I don't get it. It's like... Okay.
Yeah, this whole plot where, like, she was turned into... I remember. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn. But it went nowhere, so she became superfluous.
And then, like I said, in the novel that took place, like, literally in 10 years after Kuuga was over, she transforms into a freaking, was it the version, god damn it. She transformed into she transformed into the growing version of Kamen Rider Kuuga, and they kind of implied in the novel that she takes over as the new Kuuga.
I remember reading a synopsis for that novel. I haven't read the novel. I just read synopsises and reviews. But the bromance between Ichoji and Godai was quite strong in that damn book.
You know what? Let's be real about this, dude. I feel in mangas, they really just hyped it up times 100. On that, it's like, we're not going to go into yaoi territory, but we might test the waters.
There's going to be some butt touching. And there's going to be some long staring in the eyes. But it's totally not gay, though. Totally not gay, though.
It's like, totally I'm comfortable with my manhood. I'm staring at you right now.
Longly, where are these sparkles coming from? I don't understand.
Like, I don't know why. But yeah,
like, why did the background turn all white?
But like, I like how. Okay, so I would say, I'm trying to think. I think it was right up to like episode, I want to say like 25, 26. We didn't really get an idea on why the Grongi were like necessarily attacking the way they were attacking. And then the show,
I fucking loved that. Loved it so much.
And yeah, I didn't mind it. And then it's like the show was like, all right, we gotta pump the brakes. Exposition time. And then that's when we found out that they basically more or less play games based on how many humans they kill or how they go about the kills and all that stuff. Like, that whole episode was nothing but expository of why the Grongi are doing what they're doing. I'm like, you know what, show? Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Because I was really trying to figure out why. It's like, these are very much random attacks. I don't get this. Whatever. Fine. If this is excuses to get him in the suit, I'm fine with it. Cool. So. Also, on top of that, you also have Yusuke kind of figuring out, like, he actually is pretty good about it and stuff when he finds out that he could transform into a Grongi at some point, and he just kind of keeps his good head on shows like, no, that's not going to happen. I can just, no, we're good. And he has a smile about it.
If anything happens, and if anything happens, I just trust my bro here. He got my back.
Yeah, as he's looking at him with the conceited face like, I don't know about that, dog. Don't know about that.
Because, like, you're getting pretty strong. Getting pretty powerful there, my dude.
Yeah. Now, you might be asking yourself, okay, so the Grongi are the main bad guys, but who is the big daddy bad guy? That would be the Guyver.
Did you say the Guyver?
Yeah, no, I said the Guyver. I didn't say the Guyver.
Oh, sorry.
The Guyver.
That's, how do you pronounce it? The Guyver? I always pronounce it in Daguva Zaba.
I know, I just said the Guyver because it's just easier. I don't like saying Indigo. No, fuck that. It's like, it's the Guyver. Anyway, he's unidentified life form number 0.
Because he was the Grongi get awakened and released from their tomb from an archaeological dig. Daguva pops out and is like, after 10,000 years I'm free. Time to go murdering.
Yeah, trying to murder people. But first, I gotta grow up first.
I'm in my pupil stage.
Yeah, because
I gotta get XP and level up.
So what ends up happening was, basically when he fought the original Kuuga, he got knocked back into his imperfect form. When he got reawakened and stuff, he started off in a larva form, which you might as well say is a little kid. And he was going around helping people. And at first I was like, okay, this kid clearly, because he imprinted on Homegirl, one of the I think was it Mika? Was it Sawatari, or was it somebody else?
The archaeologist chick. Yeah, it was one of them. It had to be one of them.
Yeah, it was one of the archaeologist chicks, and he imprinted on her. So like he was basically helping her out when she was going through stuff. But then all of a sudden, boom, he ends up growing up real quick, and then he ends up basically turning into picking back up where he left off at, essentially. So the whole thing with him is, he, in order to get to where he's at and get to his powerful form, he will kill his own kind to get to that point, essentially, without even blinking an eye. So I believe back in the day he had to kill 152 of his own kind.
Something like that. Like, and I'm trying to think, like, so is Daku, is it explicitly side like he's their emperor, he's a leader, or is he just their strongest warrior?
They imply he's like the emperor, essentially, because they do more or less fear him.
Yeah, because I think in Decade, when they went to Kuuga World,
yeah,
that lion-headed Grongi was the stand-in for Daguva, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
and trying to remember, his modus operandi was way different from Daguva's. He again, it's been nearly 10 years since I watched Decade. What was his dealio? Trying to remember. If anybody remembers, if anybody knows, message me on Twitter and remind me. But anyway, because I remember the discussion being like, we're all kind of, when the show aired, we're all like, well, why did they change up the leader of the Grongi's deal so much from the Lionhead? First of all, I was thought that they didn't use the Daguva costume, because Daguva has a dope ass suit.
Yeah, he does. I mean, I gotta be real, man. It looks like a legit Kamen Rider suit.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I talk about where the suit blurs the line between what a good guy and a bad guy design is. Like,
yeah,
it kind of looks like a good guy suit, but like the suit actor makes it terrifying.
Yeah. I mean, look,
like the suit actor and like different angles the angles that they shoot it at.
Not even angles. So basically, the Gaiva and Kuuga, that when they fight the first time, it's at night and it looks creepy. I gotta admit, the suit looks creepy as shit at night. That's really when it really kind of pops.
And what I love about that fight is like we don't see it, but like Kuuga gets the shit beat out of him in Amazing Mighty, which up until that point was his strongest form. Like
that is an understatement.
We just see flashes of it. We just see the aftermath, and like Godai's like, yo, this dude gave me the whole fucking left side of the menu without a biscuit. Like, yo.
All I'm saying is I literally was like, man, he just got boots to asses, literally like that, huh? All right, cool. He got hands. Clearly he does.
I mean, he fucking canceled Kuuga. He fucking canceled Kuga's granddaddy. He fucking canceled his descendant 30 years in the future. Daguva said, yo, fuck you and your entire bloodline. Come catch these palms. These hands are rated E for everyone. And
then Kuuga finally smartened up and was like, I guess I gotta go to Rising Form Ultimate in order to fight him. I'm like, well, no shit.
Yes, Godai. Unlock Ultra Instinct and go up there and get your ass whooped some more.
Yeah.
So I know we jumped the gun.
No. We're all over the place because I don't mind. Because put it this way, folks, to go in order of Kiva with Kuuga, you're not really missing much of anything because everything is.
To be fair, there's some decent world building going on.
No, there's world building to be sure. To be sure, there's world building and stuff, but it's like in the grand scheme of like what this main story is, it is like, like I said, with Yusuke, and like I said, Yusuke and Ichoji, yeah, like I said, their bromance does grow. And you know what? And I like that. Their friendship friendship, jokes aside, their friendship does build up, and I actually did enjoy their friendship and stuff. It was actually pretty cool. Because it could have easily been the usual trope of like, I don't trust you, and you go like 20 episodes of him not trusting him and stuff. But this time it was like 2 episodes and he trusted him. That's all it took.
Yeah, he's like, look, we getting our asses waxed, you not. So either I trust you or I don't. But you gonna do what you gonna do anyway.
5
so it's probably
episodes
just
for the
easier for me to
police
trust.
force. 5 episodes for the police force, which I think was actually pretty quick too. I was like, you know what? At least the police force was smart enough to like, all right, clearly he isn't the bad guy. So yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Yeah.
So that last fight that Dagova and Kuuga had in the mountains in the snow. Now I know a lot of people who are used to maybe later Heisei series or later Toku with these grande fans. Like I know that's like one point of contention for a lot of people. Like they don't like to fight. They're like, oh man, I really wanted to see them, but like I really want to see Kuuga and Dagova fight. But if you look at the scope and the scale of it, so Kuuga goes to the mountain very virtually and symbolically to die because he's like, look, Dagova's strong as shit. I'm like,
yeah,
pretty sure there's 2 ways this is gonna happen. He's gonna beat the shit out of me, or I'm gonna become so consumed with power, I'm gonna turn Dagova. So, Ichi, what I need you to do for me if I go berserk? And you just shoot me here on the belt here, and shoot me here.
Hey, so that belt got cracked too. That was the lesson right there. It's like, oh, the belt got cracked, and yeah, cool, gotcha.
Yeah, that's why the fight to me is so epic because like they go up there and they fight and they're in their plastic armor. They're get ready to fight each other. And, like they trade a couple of blows, but while they're fighting, what happens? Their belts get cracked and they're reverted to their base regular person form.
Yeah, they just started punching the shit out of each other.
Dudes just punching the shit out of each other.
It's like, I got hands. No, I got hands. No, I got hands. No, I got hands. Just back and forth. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
There has not been another Toku fight. I mean, sure, we had a lot of spectacle and a lot of like, bigger, larger than life, CGI fest. I'm going to shoot these plastic missiles at you and shoot lasers. We had plenty of those fights.
I mean,
but I think we've never had a fight.
I mean,
we never had a fight this visceral.
Would Gom's fight count?
Gimes? I think Gimes' fight is still more or less the standardish Toku kind of ending.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I'm trying to remember.
It seemed like that fight was a little emotional too. So it's like, yeah.
I'm not saying like. I know. Yeah, I'm not saying that about. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm knocking on because I as much as anybody, I love those grandiose, larger than life. I'm going to have this giant robot step on your fucking face.
Yeah.
Endings that Tokus do. I live for that shit. But there's something to be said about the visceral nature of that last fight in Kuuga, where they knocked each other out of their powered forms and was still going at each other, punching each other in the face and spraying on the snow.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, yeah, and you know what? I think I appreciated that fight a lot because it's like I appreciate gritty fights like that. Like, not like, I got this power up form and I just sliced you and that's it. And it's like, well, that was anticlimactic. It's like, no, this was like,
yeah,
finally they're like evenly matched and it just takes guts and all that stuff to kind of, yeah.
You're concerned. And I really think that the show did a really good job of building up Dagova as a main threat. I think a lot better than some recent, Kamen Rider shows would do. Like, if you were compared to this to how, let's say Foz, how they did the Orphanite King,
yeah,
and how he was essentially just a non-entity.
Yeah.
But Kuuga did such a great job of like, and not even 100% all the time showing Dagova as a threat. Like, we're afraid of Dagova because other characters were afraid of Dagova.
Well, let's be real. Again, we saw him as a kid in the show wrecking house. I'm just saying, that already sets the tone of how creepy this kid is and what he could become.
True that. But like later on, like when I talked about the fight where Kuuga waxed the hell out of Amazing Mighty, and we didn't even see all the fight. We just saw flashes. But the flashes that we did see, we can say, yo, this is and that's saying a whole lot because Kuuga has fought a lot of tough opponents, but it demonstrated quite easily and quite frankly that Dagobah was his toughest challenge to date.
Oh, I mean, I think that was. I mean, even if you figure some of the main Grongi that we see that are talking to each other and stuff, you know, hard fought and stuff, but it was never. At no point did you feel as though, oh, he's gonna lose to him. It's like, no, he's gonna overcome it and stuff. But yeah, with Dagobah though, it was like, I don't know, man. You might have to catch the bells. Be done with this. You might not live. I don't know. Don't know.
Just saying. And so, just I think Dagobah was just a great Toku villain. Just all around, just good. Just great.
Now.
And so, what do you think? How do you feel about the chick who was moderating the games, the rose tattooed woman?
You know what? I like the allure of her because, again, I know we didn't get the translation, but from what I saw and how she carried herself, it felt like she had a bit of arrogance about her, a little bit, just in terms of how she was carrying and stuff. Because it looked like she's regulating stuff, but I don't know if she was necessarily like regulating it per se, you know.
Right. So I have to ask you about the manga. Did she ever transform into her Grongi form in that?
That I don't know. I didn't look at that part. I just know with the manga stuff, it was just the basic for like the heroes and stuff. So that was the only thing I really looked at. But I didn't know if she actually transformed into her or not. Because hold up, yeah, in the manga, in the manga, I'm looking at it right now. Like, nah, she never did.
That's so infuriating. I'm like, she has to be a badass because she had those dudes in check, man.
Oh yeah, I mean,
she had them
because basically she could
afraid
control.
of her.
I mean, because she could control people with the plant spore that's in her head. So yeah, I mean, you know, she could control people, put people in hypnotism and stuff like that. But you know, I mean, it was basically she was basically there to regulate people and stuff. It was like, all right, that's cool and stuff, you know. But you know, it felt like there was a bit of fear, so to speak, and stuff. I know her and Naruto. Those two, they were like kind of like doing their own thing and stuff, but yeah, you know, Naruto basically ended up catching that L from Ichoji and them, so that was cool.
Kind of bad because Ichoji like he was kind of crushing on her, like she was giving him some conflicting feelings there.
Hey, you know what? I thought there was going to be a relationship there for a second. I really did. I thought they were really going to try for it.
It's a Turkish show. You know they would have. You know they would have.
I cannot confirm or deny that would ever have happened. That's all I'm saying.
So, I think we need to stop skirting around it. I think one of the things we probably need to address is like that the most famous / most mean from Kuuga.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna take it since it's probably a little more fresh in your mind than it is in mine?
I'll let you take it because I think it'll be easier from you saying it.
Okay, so one of the most famous episodes, like even if you've never seen Kuuga, I guarantee you've probably seen this scene passed around on Facebook, on Twitter, on random message boards. Mm-hmm. But there's an episode where Kuuga is fighting a Grongi and he knocks him out of a building, and there's a bunch of cops around. And he's like just on top of the Grongi, just punching the ever-living crap out of him until the Grongi starts spitting out blood. Then gets his motorcycle, rams the Grongi, drives into a secluded area, transforms into Rising Titan, and stabs the ever-living hell out of this Grongi.
Listen, I sat there and I was like, he beat that Grongi like it owed him money. I mean,
when we say beat the brakes, he beat the brakes, the pads, and the whole gear shift.
The suit was gonna fly off. I thought the suit was gonna break. Like they had to take it all of a sudden. He punched him so hard, the suit just broke, and you see a human face. Like, is that supposed to be real? Is that supposed to happen? Cut.
Like, did the stunt man steal your calf singles there? Like, what happened there, champ?
Man, listen, I really thought a stunt dude stole some money, and that was like a real take. I was like, he's bleeding. What's going on here? Is this supposed to happen?
So here's the thing about that. So the Grongi in question, his game was he wasn't really directly killing. Again, it's been 10 years since I watched Kuuga, even though I watched Kuuga like 4 times.
He wasn't directly
CJ, please catch me. He wasn't directly killing them, but he was driving kids to suicide because they were afraid they were going to die next.
Yep.
It was
the most fucked up thing because, like, look, again, these Grongi are playing games to varying degrees, so it's like, it's one thing to be like, all right, these Grongis are basically just killing people, cut and dry, right? You know, outside of a few of them that are like, you know, outside of a few of them that are using hypnotism or, you know, things like that. But for this one to be like, I'm going to make little kids commit suicide, you know what? I do not fault Yusuke whatsoever for doing what he did.
Exactly, and it's such a great card. It's a great moment, not just because you know the choreography of it, but it's such a great moment, such a character for Yusuke, because who from that point, you know, like I said, been fighting to protect people's smiles, you know, just basically, you know, pulling his belt up, doing his job, you know, just being, you know, standard, you know, Japanese superhero number 15. But when confronted, when this good man, this good, sweet man, is confronted with the face of pure evil, which there's no other way to describe that Grongi. Like, I mean, all the Grongi are evil, but like just this unrelenting, sadistic, just pure evil, and for him to snap like that in response to like for the Grongi's game, which for all intents and purposes that we know has no point at all except for the game itself, to drive that such a response from Godai shows how dire and shows what could happen as this fight against the Grongi goes on, because that's the closest at that point that Godai had become to being himself going full Grongi.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the crazy thing too, is because so basically what his game was, he had to target 90 people before the end of 12 days. So if they didn't do it, so his final victim, he was about to kill him, and that's when Yusuke was like, "Fuck this!" Because the crazy part was the quill, because it was kind of like a porcupine Grongi essentially. So what it was is he was shooting them with the quills, and they would die from it and stuff, which would kind of fuel what their game was. But because some of the people that were getting hit, they were also committing suicide. That's what kind of forced.
Oh no! Wait, or was it that he would kill someone with the quills, and it was driving some kids to paranoid and do suicide because they didn't know if they were going to be next or not?
Yeah, because the quills were basically kind of inducing some sort of like hallucination, and it was making them commit suicide and stuff. Might as well say it was kind of inducing suicide. Either which way, it's still fucked up.
Yes, either way, it's still fucked up because like the quills were killing people, and people who weren't even people who weren't hit by the quills, then they were committing suicide because they were so fucking scared and terrified.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was definitely kind of one of those like situations stuff. Because the thing of it is, also too, when it comes to the actual like Grongi group and stuff. So you have 4 different groups. You have the Ra group, Zu group, Me group, and Go group. With the Gaiva kind of being the basically head Grongi over everything and stuff. And like I said, all of them have different.
King Diggling, as we call him in the street.
Yeah, King Dingling, he basically got it all and stuff. He's basically kind of leading everything. Each group basically has their own ways of going about it and stuff. So, essentially, you end up finding out is that each group, for whatever they do, they actually earn the right to fight the Gaiva in order to control the whole Grongi tribe. And over time, as the series goes on and stuff, none of the people have been able to touch the Gaiva the whole time. None of them.
So, I mean, why would you set yourself up for suicide like that?
Hey, look. Hey, you get a chance to go at the king, best not miss. And all them groups are missing.
Hella people. I mean, not even in a fucking shoe toss close ring.
I feel the Gaiva did that shit on just like, I mean, they're not going to beat me, but, you know, I'll give them a shot. Why not?
I mean, you can attempt. You will not be successful, but you can attempt.
So I'll let you try, you know, give you hope. You know, it's like Thanos and stuff. It's like, I'll give you hope, and then I'll just snatch it away. Just done. You know, but yeah, but you know what? I enjoy the whole series. Like I said, given what I've seen of Kamen Rider series recently and stuff, they've done a pretty good job of making these monsters like, yo, I fucking hate these things, instead of just mindless monsters with no sort of like there's no like rhyme or reason. It's just like, oh, they're just crazy to be crazy. No, they actually gave them a bit of nuance to them and stuff. You know, there's a social order to them and stuff. You know, clearly, which is cool.
And I think it's really terrifying, like, because we ultimately don't know why. Like, that's what's so terrifying about it.
We don't know why they do it. They just do it. It just happens. It's like, oh,
their reasoning, whatever their reasoning methods is, are completely alien. And I'm glad that, because it makes the Grongi so mysterious and so threatening. In the grand scheme of things,
they have a fucked up game. That should already tell you where their head's at on this. It's like, so your game is to kill people by. Oh shit. Okay. Wow. Huh. It's a little
like even the lords and the unknown and Akito. Like, we knew what we wanted. They're like, yo, mankind fucking sucks.
We out to kill. Let's go.
Yeah, but that's the reason though. They're like, they're not worthy to inherit this planet. So fuck mankind and fuck everything they stand for. They got to go. The undead and Blade, yo, we would like our species to rule the planet, so we must defeat mankind in this game, so our species gets to be on top. So there's around even the worms in Kabuto. Yo, Earth looks kind of nice. I would totally like to live here, but there's this thing called mankind on it. That's got to go.
And we got this government agency that might also have worms infiltrated. We don't know. We'll see. And
may or may not. It happens.
Yeah, there are some worms that don't want to destroy the Earth and they want to help. So there's something there. But this is just like, yo, you know what it is? They're like fucking Bullseye. Bullseye and Daredevil, he just kills because it's fun.
You know what? I can't even say the Grongi having fun. Like, it's clear there's a purpose. There's a reason why they're doing it, but it's only known to them and their group.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that, but it's just like...
Yeah, and I'm totally okay with it. Now, like I said, I agree. Yeah, that's 100% cool. I like that. I like that they're mysterious. I don't know what they wanted.
Yeah. But I didn't really need to know all that. It's just like, all right, cool. We'll see how it goes, and then we go from there, you know? So, but yeah, like I said, I like the monster stuff. Like I said, it's if anything, when you look at Yusuke's kind of like supporting cast and stuff, he has a sister, and like his sister.
I totally forgot about his sister.
Yeah, his sister.
Oh, wow.
But I'm saying, I think it felt like the show kind of forgot he had a sister too, because she's rarely in it and stuff. But like, I remember early episodes.
Yo. I think the French dude is in the show more than her.
Yeah. Like, early episodes, his sister was coming to terms with the fact that he could transform into a Kamen Rider. I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then they never really picked up on it after that.
I mean, we got to pay for the motorcycle stunt, CJ. We can't have it in all the episodes.
No, but I thought that was interesting because she went from like, I'm worried about you transforming to this. And then it's just like, so does he have a sister anymore? I'm confused here. I'm really.
But yeah, that's my thing then. So, wouldn't it make more sense to find his friend and sister into one character? Like, why couldn't his friend have been his sister, and you could have gotten that narrative beat throughout the show?
Granted, the Doctor is kind of a useful character throughout the whole series because, like, he's, you know what? I think if you want to talk about characters, Tsubaki quite possibly has like the best job ever. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to cut open these Grongi and kind of figure some shit out so we can kill them and stuff and get their weaknesses. And I'm like, well, that's an awesome job.
Experimenting on I was about to say aliens, but they're not aliens.
Ancient beings.
Sure, I'll build anti-monster weapons. Sure.
Yeah. You know, and also you got Hikari. She's also helping him. Also, well, she helps with this. She's part of the science division. I put that in quotes on my notes here. Science division of the police department.
Science division,
because the police department has a science division. Wow, they have a budget for a science division. All right, Japan, I guess.
Well, I mean, you pay for those Lamborghinis somehow, my dude.
Hey, you get them bitchin' ass bikes. Them shit's a fucking badass.
I love how that was an anti-Gronki weapon.
So yeah, here's his motorcycle that can break records. It goes really fast. Like, all right, cool.
Like, okay, so how's this gonna stop an ancient superhuman from murdering me? You run over his toe. But that logic, that
Look,
sound.
That early episode where he's like literally doing bike stunts chasing after that fast Grongi, I'm like, you could have just got off the bike and just jumped after him, but okay, show. I guess that's totally necessary.
It's called Kamen Rider, sir, not Kamen Walker. There has to be sick bike stunts, at least in a couple episodes.
First off, I hate the fact that you are actually making a valid point by virtue of saying that.
And don't tell me that shit wasn't dope whenever the cheetah tried to run away and he did like the angle and smack face with the wheel. Tell me that wasn't dope.
Oh, yeah, it was dope, but I also long for a spinoff series called Kamen Walker. Where he walks...
Kamen Skater.
Yep. Where he just walks everywhere. He walks the earth like Kane from Kung Fu. His name is Kamen Walker.
then we can have the second series, Kamen Walker, Texas Ranger.
With Chuck Norris as a Kamen Rider or Sammo Hung as a Kamen Rider. Good. Take your pick. Where the suit transforms into Chuck Norris.
Let's say the suit doesn't transform. He doesn't transform into a suit. The suit transforms into him.
It's like Chuck Norris, and then bam, he transforms. It's like, wow. Are you supposed to say Henshin? No, it's Chuck Norris. What are you talking about?
Now check these 6 spin kicks, boy.
It's like 3 spin kicks done. You know what? I will always appreciate versus Super Sentai, right? I appreciate that despite every version of Kamen Rider, that Kamen Rider kick is a staple. It has stayed a goddamn staple no matter how ridiculous the series is. I remember watching X-Aid and I was like, this is ridiculous, but he still has a Kamen Rider kick. They somehow managed to get that in there somehow, some way, and it's pretty dope.
I mean, you gotta stick with what works. And kicking monsters in the face with giant explosions always work. I mean, no matter the era.
I mean, I appreciate the fact that Kuuga, the way he does his kick, it just comes out of nowhere, and I think that's dope.
Oh yeah, Kuga's kicks are mad satisfying.
It's just like, oh yeah, I'm punching you. Oh yeah, by the way, here's a kick. Bam! I'm like, oh, well, that was it. Blows up. Done. Which, by the way, gotta appreciate, again, those 2000 special effects with the explosion. It's like, I appreciate just the progress of over the years of Kamen Rider where the explosions got better and better and better. Because I feel recently maybe it's just me, it feels like they went practical with the explosions now.
Maybe. I mean, they've got 60 years of pyrotechnic work. I mean, those explosions have no choice but to get better.
Oh yeah, clearly, but yeah, it's a lot of the side characters that's supposed to be the supporting characters for Yusuke. It's just they come and go, and like I said, you just got basically Ichoji's, Sawatari and Godai kind of being there, and Mika who just pops in every once in a while to say, "Hey guys, I'm here," and I'm like, but you don't do anything. What is your purpose?
To be cute.
Yeah,
that's a purpose.
I guess you need a little kid to kind of help you out here, so that makes perfect sense and stuff. But there was actually, it's funny too, there was actually an American that popped up in the show as well. Unless that was the French person.
I just remember I thought the dude was French.
Oh yeah, Jean Macal. Yeah, he was French. I forgot. Kamen Rider, I think Metal Hero did it too with an American and French person in that one as well, so too. But yeah,
Hey, nothing wrong with that, man.
Hey, but he was crushing on Hikari and stuff. He wanted to wife her up and kind of be with her kid too. I gotta give him props. He aimed high.
I mean, hey, bro, hey, man.
Yeah,
don't knock, man.
Hey, cool, So, but yeah, just the overall series of Kuuga is definitely worth a watch. So, like I said, it starts off slow, but like I said, it gradually gets better and stuff. And like I said, I think it is a good blessing, the fact that they don't translate what the Grongi are saying, because it keeps up the mystery of them, essentially, So I think that it worked out.
Yeah, I know a lot Yeah, I really enjoy Kuuga. If it's not been made a clear for the show and its characters, I think Kuuga's a really strong show, really good show.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people because we have what's called a gateway toku.
Mm-hmm.
I remember way back in the day, and I still have them. Back when the internet wasn't as bountiful as it is now. I had ordered VHS tapes from a guy living in Japan of episodes of Kamen Rider Kuuga. No subtitle, just straight that he recorded off his TV, and was selling over the internet, and I bought a few. So that's how I watched Kuuga. I watched a bunch of VHS tapes from some guy who had TV recordings, and I just remember like yo, and that was back in 2001, 2002. And just going, yo, it's like some next level shit. This is really interesting.
You showed our age right now by saying VHS. Just FYI.
Oh yeah, I'm old as fuck. I'm old as
we're both old as shit right now. It's like, man, I remember them days of VHSs.
Record and remember, like not toured in a fan sub, but having them up, record them shit, burn them shits off TV, and them on tapes. Man. I remember that shit. I remember the Dark Ages. I was there. I fought in the format wars. I remember that shit.
Hey, that's how I got my Macross fix and Gotcha Man fix was VHS tapes and shit. I was like, yep, that's how I had to get them and stuff. Hey, shockingly enough, that is how I ended up getting access to Black RX. Because after I watched Mass Rider, which by the way you should listen to the episode, cousin of mine's found somebody that actually had random episodes of Black RX, and I watched it, and that's kind of what got me hooked a little bit into Kamen Rider. And then I played the second CD of that Kamen Rider.
ZO.
Yeah, ZO. I played that, and I was like, "This looks Kamen Rider-ish. I'll play it and stuff." And yeah, I kind of got loosely into it and stuff. And then, like, I think the funny part is, early internet, I actually remember seeing Kuuga, but I didn't pay much attention to it because I thought it was actually part of the Showa era once for a second. Cause I just saw the still image of Kuuga, and I was like, I thought it was the Showa era because of the way the chest looked, and I was like, that looks kind of like Kamen Rider 1-ish a little bit.
Well, fun note. Kuuga was designed by Ishinomori.
Okay, that makes sense now. That makes 100% sense now. I see. Yep. Yeah, but yeah. Well, actually, do you have any of those the stuff from Twitter up by chance?
Oh, let me bring that up.
Cause I think we had 2 questions and stuff. I think we answered one.
I think we didn't answer one. Did we?
I think I mentioned about the aspect of that's what it was. It was basically, do you think Kamen Rider series, I think I got it up right here. Samuel Manis, aka at Chainmail Durag on Twitter, says, do you think there will ever be
fantastic handle, by the way.
Yeah, fantastic handle. Do you think there will ever be a return to the simpler style like this in Kamen Rider? No secondary riders, no grunts, no fear, no pain, just a one-man army rider taking on tough enemies. That would be a welcome breath of fresh air if they just, just one season.
It would be nice.
One series and stuff.
But probably not.
Hey, I thought Bill was kind of almost going to be like that for a second. Honestly.
Fooled you.
Yep, fooled me, but I'm fine with it.
Tricked you.
I'm perfectly fine with that, though. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, it's like the multi-rider series. They're way too profitable. The format's way too good. It allows you a format to sell more toys, get more actors. So that means more eye candy for your viewers. So nah. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe at the most, I think we'll maybe get a two-hander maybe again. But they really do seem to love their triple rider or their multiple riders fighting an evil rider now, and that's kind of getting a little stale.
I mean, let's break it down at least on because we're going to be jumping ahead. So you got in Agito, you had Kamen Rider Gills, G3, and Agito, right?
And another Agito.
Yeah, another
Agito. And G4 in that movie.
Yeah, so that's like 5 total, right? Yeah, 5.
6. We can't count.
Yeah, 6
We're
total on that.
not mathematicians.
Then Ryuki, which had fucking 13 riders
13.
total. 13 riders total.
14 counted alternative and alternative 0.
Yeah, 14. Kamen Rider 5s, which had 3. Which, that's about
5 if you want to count. Well.
If you count the main
5.
series, 3.
Okay, main series we'll say 3.
And then your movies, it was like 5. Might have been 6 if you count the extra one. Yeah,
Extra.
Yeah.
So Oz Kaiser, Delta, Orca, and Sayas. What is it? How do you say Sayas? The white one with the guns on his chest? The guns on the side?
Saiga? Something like that. Yeah.
He looks dope as shit.
Yeah. Hibiki, which I believe had 4 total?
Organization. Well, there were 4 main riders, but there was also an entire network that I think in the terms of the show, I want to say at least 10 appeared. Did 10 appear?
I think so.
Because what's that group shot that opened had the whole line above them?
Shit.
And there was a lot.
See,
That's just the ones that we.
I watched clips of Hibiki, so I'm not like 100% familiar with it like that.
Yeah, but that's just the ones that we saw. There's an entire network of Kamen Riders fighting the Oni across the world. Not even Japan, just all over the world.
Yeah. Then you have Den-O, which in the series it was 2 because it was Den-O, and then you had Zero. Was it Zero? Yeah, Zero.
Zero-ness.
Yeah, Zero-ness. But then you had the movies, which it was like Mini Den-O,
Shino,
Mega Den-O, Yuki Skull,
yeah,
Yuki Hijack, New Den-O, and it's like, okay, wow, we're getting a lot on this.
You skip Kabuto, so
Kabuto had the B, the B,
Drake, Saw Sword, Gattack, Kick Hopper, Punch Hopper.
God, and then the movies, holy shit! Yeah,
yeah. And there is Kiva. So there's Kiva, Exia, Dark Kiva, Saga.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's just the show.
Decade.
Blade, we had the 4 Blade guys.
Mm-hmm.
Then Decade, we have all the Kamen Riders, because all the Kamen Riders appeared in fucking Blade. I mean, Decade.
Fault Force had him and the other dude.
Him and Meteor, and that's just the show.
And then on the movies, you had the chick that transformed into Force.
Kamen Rider Nabisco. I know it's Nadeshko because I just made somebody so mad. I made somebody so mad just then. I know it's a joke. I'm being funny. Ha ha ha.
Kamen Rider, I'm calling it Triple O. Yeah, it was O, Birth, and Birth Prototype.
Yeah, and again, just the TV show because there are more in the movies. Because
the movie had Core, Poseidon, and Aqua. And then Death. And Kamen Rider Death in the novel. Yeah,
wait, which one was Nobunaga?
Huh?
See, Core was Nobunaga. Was Nobunaga Core?
Yeah. No, right. Nobunaga was Birth.
No, that's Date and homeboy with the pretty hair. On time, the movie Nobunaga in that movie turned into a Kamen Rider.
Yeah. In the movie, it was Kamen Rider Birth before it. Like they jumped ahead to Godo being Kamen Rider.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Thank you. He was selected as Birth first.
Yeah.
Again, it's been a long ass time since I've seen O's.
So basically, like every Kamen Rider, it feels like every Kamen Rider since Kuuga, it's like okay. They just added secondary riders, so it feels like it's gonna be tough for them to be like, all right, let's go back to simpler times and stuff, because it's like, well, one, gotta sell them toys, but 2, it's like, hey, you gotta, could they do that?
And I think it adds something to the show because it gives a good dynamic. Like I said, at the very least, we would scale it back down to just 2 riders a show.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe 2 riders and 1 evil rider if you want to be doing it like that.
Yeah.
But there's going to be something with a name because, like, Kamen Riders are like Gundams. Anything with a Kamen Rider name in is going to move some merchandise.
Oh, yeah. Come on now. You know full and well that's how it works. It's like, oh, yeah, it's going to move money. Let's go. So,
Yeah,
yeah. But it's kind of like asking Power Rangers, like a Super Sentai series, will you guys ever just go back to a simpler team like Zhu Ranger? I'm like, yeah, but it's more fun if you do a lot of crazy stuff. That's just what it is.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can go back to a 5-man team or a 3-man team. Let's not do a 14-man team ever again. What were you all smoking?
So, shout out to Blackwing 2040 for this, because I might have to co-sign this. I think we talked about this. His favorite moment is when Kuuga gave the beat down to that Grongi. So, he asks us what's our favorite moment of all time. I would say that, but I will also say his fight with Dagaiva when they were just like out of their forms and they were just punching the shit out of each other.
All right, let me not be stereotypical and let me not go with an easy answer.
All right.
All right. So one of my favorite moments, and don't get the game twisted. If I wasn't being a fucking contrarian right now, it would totally be either that moment, the first dodgeable fight, or the last dodgeable fight.
Yeah.
So let me just put the answer marks there now. But if I had to dig a little deeper, one of my favorite moments was from that episode where Godai's teacher was talking to the archaeologist chick about what makes Godai a good person while he was fighting that Gronki.
Huh.
And he was explaining why does Godai do the thumb symbol? Yeah. Why is Godai such a cool guy?
Yeah, okay, if I really had to sit there and pick another one outside of that one, I will say when he got Pegasus form the first time and, like, just him for that second trying to, like, listen to the nature and find the fucking Grongi and stuff, and he just saw him up in the air and just shot him out the sky.
That was a good fight.
Yeah.
That was a good fight.
Put it this way, I would say...
If I had to pick a second one, it would be the church fire fight when he transformed into... mighty form for the first time.
Yeah.
When he said, witness my henshin.
Oh, yeah. He's like, you will remember this.
I'm like, oh, it's coming.
I'm going to be honest with you. If I had moments, I got to be honest with you. I was a fan of any time that he transformed into a new form. I was digging it.
Because they hyped it up to sell the toy, and it was done well, and it was done with the story reason. Like, he wasn't just handing a power up. Well, even though it kind of felt that way, but once they established
your theory was right though.
Yeah, once we established the fact that the Arkle is helping his evolution along, once you set that as a baseline, so knowing that if need be, he's gonna get what he needs to help him to kill these monsters. So once you understand that at the base level, once he gets to form, there's a little bit of hype of it because they use the story to sell the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I think, you know what? That's what I really did like overall about the whole series. It was like the aspect of, the surprise of him getting those power ups. It wasn't like, and it mainly probably because I'm, coming off of like watching Megaforce and stuff, the last one that we did watch, and how what's his face kept giving the Rangers their fucking powers and stuff, and it didn't feel like it. You kind of lost.
Didn't feel organic.
Yeah, you lost the magic of like that power up. So when you're watching Kuuga and it's like when he gets those powers and stuff, it's like, wow, this is actually pretty dope. Like, wow, okay, I like this. Like I said, when he got Rising form the first time, I like how he was just as shocked as all of us. Like, I just transformed straight into this. All right, this is dope. What can I do with this form? And then, I pick up this pipe and it transforms. Just that whole, like, the spontaneous of it and the organic of it was actually pretty dope. So I like everything that he did with the transformation and stuff too. So, but yeah, that was definitely the moment and stuff. I don't think we got much questions on Kuuga, which I'm fine with. I mean, hey, that's what we do here on Morphin Metacast. We inform people if they want to watch the series and stuff,
Yeah, and all that says to me is like, that means you people need to go watch Kamen Rider Kuuga because it's good.
But I do appreciate everybody that listened to the Tattoo Teenage Alien Fighters episode. We watched it so you don't have to.
Exactly. We go through that, so hopefully you won't have to.
But I like how a lot of folks actually remember that show. They was like, oh man, I remember that show. And I was like, oh, you remember it? Oh, you poor sweet soul.
Son of a bitch. You unfortunate bastard.
I blocked that show out my head until I was like, damn, we really probably have to do that show at some point. So yeah, yeah. So this just came across my I know I'll tell you when we stop the show. But anyways, but yeah, that's it for Kamen Rider Kuuga. So what journey are we going in? Because right now, folks, me and Prime are having very much a hard time trying to find Mystic Knights of Tyrannog episodes and stuff, and it's not like we can buy it on DVD, unlike Tattoo Teenage Alien Fighters, to which I'm looking like. I know there's probably like a lot of copyright shit going down with Saban on getting a DVD of Mystic Knights and stuff. So Mystic Knights might be might be put on the icebox for a while.
Unless Base Shout Factor comes through in the clutch. Until then,
dude, I try to find a torrent of it. That's how bad it is. I can't even find a goddamn torrent of Mystic Knights. That's bad.
It's like the show doesn't exist. Who is sleeping on these rights? Who but us actually cares about this show?
Saban must have botched up on somewhere. That's why I'm saying, like, Saban fucking up.
I'm like, what did you do? Like, I mean, well, eventually when we get to Mystic Knights, we'll talk about the production nightmare that was that.
I mean, I would give Mystic Knights of Tyrannog this. Saban shot for the stars, went original. They went on location in Ireland. No bullshit. And also
Saban actually spent money. What?
He spent money, and that's on top of stage sets too. So he was in Ireland, and he came to LA to do a couple other little touch ups and stuff. But he spent money and stuff, and hey, he got a couple of seasons out that show, and then promptly dipped. So I'm looking at it right now. He got 50 episodes out of Mystic Knights. That's a Power Ranger season. I gotta give him credit for that.
And it's supposed to be. There was supposed to be a sequel show. What was it called? Mystic Knights Battle Thunder or something like that?
But the way I will say this, the way it ended on a note where it's like, you know what? Even though you didn't get a second season, it ended on a note where they triumphed, and that was fine. So I gotta give him credit. He basically got his money's worth out of it and stuff. But the funny thing is, like I said, it only got a VHS release. One goddamn VHS.
Yo, I might have the VHS. I have to go into storage.
So if
I might have that.
So if we do anything next, I mean, what do we? I mean, do you want to put it in the viewer's hands, or do you want to pick?
I mean, again, if I pick, it's probably gonna be some Ultraman or Gridman because that's what I'm watching right now, and that's kind of biased. So I think the choice shouldn't be in my hand. We should probably once again give the power to the people.
All right, so people, I'll put the post up here. I'll put the poll up. Your choices. All right. Dino Charge. Agito. Or Shooting for the Stars on this
Ultraman
one.
Tiga.
Ultraman Tiga. Fourth option. Gridman.
Baby Dan. Baby Dan. So what are we talking about this? Hold on. So go ahead. Run it down.
Okay.
So Down the Charge?
Yeah, Down the Charge.
Kamen Rider Agito. Kamen Rider Ultraman.
Ultraman Tiga.
Ultraman Tiga.
Uh-huh.
Or Gridman.
Yeah.
Baby Dan. Baby Dan.
Yeah.
So speaking of Gridman.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Gridman. So I'm trying to watch Kamen Rider on Amazon, right? Because it's on there, right?
Yeah.
Tell me why I'm having an ass time getting my subtitles to play. Like, did they hear me talking shit about the Gridman subtitles?
I didn't catch it.
Really?
Nah.
Really? Wow. I can't, no matter what I watch it on, either I try to watch it on my tablet, on my PlayStation, or on, just streaming on my TV, the subtitles for Amazon's will not load at all. So is Amazon giving me the middle finger saying, oh, so our subtitles are shit? Really? Okay, so try to watch the show without them. How about that, Prime?
Just like, I can speak Japanese. Let's go.
Like, I'm nothing, Amazon, if not resourceful. You will learn fairly soon that I'm a stubborn bastard.
So we will do this now. So yeah, folks, those are your choices. We'll put it up there. We'll put the post up for a week to see how it plays and stuff. But yeah, we'll definitely have that. Give the fans a choice and stuff. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoys this episode. We love Kuuga. So if you have us do Agito, that would definitely be awesome, because that would be like, yes, I get to see badass RoboCop in G3 and Agito in his multiple forms.
You get to see Gil's life is suffering.
What if Aquaman actually transformed into a Kamen Rider?
I mean, geez, Gil's, that man's life, like, golly.
Yeah.
You think your life sucks? Well, at least you're not Kamen Rider Gil's. How about
Gil that? Says, "Hold my beer." That's basically it. Like, that's his arc right there.
You're having a bad day. You're having a bad day. Hold on, show it and watch this.
Go ahead and keep the party going.
I laugh because I'm trying not to cry. His life sucks.
See, we're not laughing. We're not laughing with Gil. We're laughing at Gil. That's how it goes.
Oh, his life sucks.
But he transforms into a Kamen Rider, so it all balances out.
It gets a badass rider kick and a cool bike. So there you go.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you need is a bike.
Can't be all bad.
Hey, you get a bike,
but it's pretty fucking bad though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's like
I'm like, Peter Parker looks at Kamen Rider Gills and goes, "Damn, son, that sucks."
Gills is what if every bad thing happened to Michael Phelps, but he could transform into a Kamen Rider. That's all it is.
Oh man, that's great.
So with that, folks, we'll catch you guys later. Peace out.
Beat us in.
Shin, shin, shin.